Good afternoon, everyone. It is 2 p.m. on a Sunday, and I'm going to just probably come very close to the camera for a minute, just so I want to make sure I share this, because I am manning another group this weekend, and I want to make sure that they also get to see this and get to share in it, right? So they later don't say, oh my God, you didn't invite me. How come I didn't get invited? What happened? What happened, right? So here we go. I'm going to do some invites, and then I'm going to sit down. All right. Yep. I have on shorts, but I'm in my screened-in porch, so hopefully I won't get eaten alive, people. All right. So happy Sunday. No, I did not go to Aruba this weekend, but I love their saying, one happy island, right? They're very happy and jovial, and who wouldn't be surrounded by water, blue water, just other people who are just as happy. You find your inspiration where you can get it, right? So that is what I want to talk to you about today, about inspiration, right? And where does it come from? And who inspires you, right? I feel like I have had the pleasure this weekend of being very, very inspired by someone who has been dedicated to something for 13 years and had really got to bring it into a full fruition this weekend by having a big gala, as you say, to kick off all of her efforts. And it was truly like a sense of recognizing that we do have to be persistent in what we do, and then if that passion is in our heart and we feel led to do it, that we have to just keep taking those incremental steps, and how something that developed from a lunch with friends, because if you'll watch my feed, you'll see me talk about VBMF and the work that they're going to be doing in neighborhoods with blood pressure cuffs, and all the work that Tasha is doing. But just to think that she started off with just a few people at lunch, and then every year it grew and grew until she has over 200 people joining her at lunch, and gaining awareness about heart disease and how it is a big killer in our communities, and how it goes unnoticed, or we don't have the means or the materials for it. So I'm going to step off that soapbox a little bit, but say that is why it was so inspiring to think that she's gone 13 years and just built up her momentum, building up her reach to other people. And I'm wondering, what inspires you? What is your inspiration? Like, that is something to think about today. What inspires you, and how do you have to motivate yourself to get yourself moving? What are those things, and how do you keep those things more relevant and actually maybe more in your environment so you can keep your momentum up? Sometimes we lose sight of those things, or forget, or maybe sometimes need to revisit them to figure out what really ignited my heart to go toward that thing, or what really ignited my heart to take this job or to do this thing. We have been watching, my husband and I, we watched the series with Serena, and that too sparked such a bit of inspiration to me, because I was watching all of the transformation of a person, right? But she was very aware, if maybe it's wisdom that she's seeing now and later, but just how much strength she had to call on to do a lot of the things that she had to do, and how much inner dialogue was going on within herself to really push herself. And that's why I said sometimes that inspiration can be outside of the body, but sometimes it can be in. You can have your own little internal cheerleader, own internal personal team. Not to say like we have many egos or personalities going on in there, but more of what is that internal voice inside of you, and what does it say, and how does it inspire you to do more, like to push you, to bring you to the places of where you can realize, oh, I've worked that enough, I need to let it go, I need to move on to this. And when to also embrace a loss and not see it as a setback, because one thing she would say is that she got strength from her faults and her failures. And sometimes we don't look at it that way. We think, oh, I collapsed. But no, it's like building on you. It identifies areas. It may identify holes or gaps or places that maybe you need to look at. They need to be filled, or they're like saying, okay, that's a gap. That means that's something that has to be developed later, or that's something that maybe needs a bigger gap and it needs to be disconnected and go. It's not part of the overall goal, and it may actually be holding me back in a way a little bit. So as you go into this week, just look for what inspires you, and how can you keep those things that are around you and that inspire you more in the forefront, to keep you moving forward, to keep you moving ahead, that you use them as a fuel for yourself, right? And then, as I said, if there are little setbacks or whatever, it may actually be just telling you that you need to take a break, like with my shoulder. It may be saying, this is time to reevaluate. We so quickly go to the negative piece of something, but all of it is building us at who we are, and also having us actually experience life. Life is full of the ups and the downs, and you need to have all of those emotional things to really experience yourself, experience life, and experience what things are all about. So coming off of this weekend, I was very, very inspired, and I felt like that's what my talk should be about you looking for ways or things this week of inspiration. Who are those people who inspire you? Maybe you find little clips from them, and when you're in that moment of, oh, do I really want to do this? You play that clip and you say, yes, that is where my heart lies, where my passion lies. And even if it feels like it's moving slow now, if it's destined for me, it will be there. Because I also heard something this week that really, too, I want to add in, that was a big thing for me. It says, if you're destined for something, you arrive there. You arrive, right? You arrive where you're supposed to be, right? It's a journey is you going. What is meant for you, your destiny, what is destined for you, you arrive at that point. That is where you land, right? And I thought, oh, that's interesting. So then I would go back and look at where have I landed? Was I destined to be somewhere? My location was probably all a piece of that. Maybe this is where I was supposed to land here, or this is the profession I was supposed to land in, right? Your destiny is where you arrive and you land, right? So it was food for thought, to think about it in that way. So I jumped a little bit because a bird landed on the screen and was like, trying to come in, and realized it couldn't get in, went away. So that is it for you guys today. Today was a travel day for me. So I'm a little tired, even though hopefully I don't look like it. But I am going to sit and recount all my weekend, look at all my blessings of things that I had this weekend, and look ahead to my week and see how I can totally continue to inspire myself and also inspire the people around me to just keep moving toward their destiny, their arrival place, right? Get their little tickets. Get your tickets. Let's go. You too, Cheryl. Have a wonderful week. It's great that you came on and joined with me. All right, you guys. I'm going to sign off. See you soon. See you next time.